system hacking robot. System hacking robot.
Good evening and welcome to the news at 7 p.m. I am Sophia John with the news presentation. Thanks for joining us. First, the headlines. KFAS receives security, government house expansion reports. Ndume tells opposition to judge Tinubu on performance, not certificates. Plus, the Inspector General of Police says the Nigerian police force remains committed to its constitutional responsibility. Now, the news in full. The Taraba State Governor, Dr. Agbukefas, has received reports on security challenges across the state and the proposed expansion of the Taraba State Government House. Presenting the report in Jalingo, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly and Chairman of the Zonal Security Summit Committee, John Kizito Bonzena, said the committee visited the 3 senatorial zones and engaged residents on security concerns affecting their communities. Governor Kefas commended the committee for its efforts, assuring that the recommendations will be carefully considered and implemented by the state government. On the Government House expansion, the committee, chaired by former Governor Jolie Ngami, represented by Head of Service Ahmad Kara, said stakeholders and landowners around the Government House were consulted on the proposed land acquisition and compensation. Governor Kefas said the existing Government House had become inadequate for the needs of a modern state, stressing the need to reconstruct and upgrade its facilities. The reports are expected to guide government action on security and the planned expansion and redevelopment of the Government House. A former Senate leader, Ali Ndume, has urged opposition parties to focus on President Bola Tinubu's performance rather than his academic certificates as political activities ahead of the 2027 general elections gather momentum. Ndume, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, made the call in a statement issued in Abuja on Monday, describing the renewed focus on Tinubu's credentials as a distraction from issues he said should dominate the election campaign. His comments followed renewed concerns among opposition figures after checks showed that the columns for primary and secondary schools were left blank in the EC9 forms submitted by Tinubu. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, has rejected calls for the restoration of petrol subsidy. He said Nigeria has moved beyond the model and warning that a return to it will reverse the economic gains recorded since its removal. Idris said restoring the subsidy would undermine the country's improving fiscal position, weaken investor confidence, and recreate the economic pressures that made the previous regime unsustainable. Sokoto State government has donated over 100 million naira and 408 bags of assorted food items to families affected by bandit attacks and the recent boat accident in Wurno and Goronyo local government areas of the state. The intervention was disclosed when a high-powered government delegation led by the state APC leader and former governor Senator Aliu Wamako visited Dinamwa, Brijingo, and Gorau communities to condole with the victims' families. At Dinawa, families of the 7 persons killed in a bandit attack received 1 million naira each, alongside 2 bags each of maize and millet and 1 bag of rice. The 5 injured victims were given 250,000 naira each and bags of rice, millet, and maize. Similarly, families of the 3 persons killed in Brjingo received 1 million naira each, 2 bags each of maize and millet, and 1 bag of rice, while 6 injured persons received 250,000 naira each and bags of the 3 food items. Dr. Temi Tope Olatunji, an oncologist, has advised Nigerians to raise alarm over any strange symptoms in their body to reduce sudden deaths arising from cancer. Olatunji, a radiation and clinical consultant at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, made the call in an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria in Ota, Ogun State. She reiterated the need for people to embrace a yearly screening culture to avoid falling prey to diseases that could lead to untimely death. The oncologist identified poverty as a major factor preventing people from undertaking regular health checks and treatments. Olatunji urged various levels of government to embark more on public advocacy, mass education, and awareness campaigns on cancer, early detection, and treatment options. The Ekiti state government has reiterated its commitment to expanding access to comprehensive reproductive health services for women and girls across the state. The Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Dr. Oyebanji Filani, said that training and retraining of health workers remain a key strategy of the state government to improve health indices and achieve universal health coverage. Filani, represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Olusola Gbenga Igotun, spoke in Ado Ekiti during the closing ceremony of a 5-day training program for healthcare providers organized in partnership with a group, One Life Initiative. Filani said that Biodun Oyebanji administration remained committed to ensuring that every woman, irrespective of age, location, or background, had access to accurate information, quality services, and respectful care. We will be back shortly after this break. Please stay with us.
This is Kwararafa Television.
Welcome back. The news now continues. And moving on to security issues. The Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, says the Nigerian police force remains resolute and committed to its constitutional responsibility of protecting lives and property. Disu said this in Abuja during a memorial parade held in honor of 10 Nigerian Police Special Intervention Squad, says officers who were attacked and killed by suspected bandits in Kebbi State. He said the officers paid the supreme price in service to the nation during a fierce encounter with suspected bandits on August 10th in Kebbi. According to him, on that fateful day, the personnel intercepted a heavily armed group of suspected bandits moving towards Zamfara from Kebbi State. Troops of 1 Brigade Nigerian Army have arrested 3 suspected gun runners and recovered an AK-103-2 rifle and 30 rounds of ammunition during an operation in Zamfara State. The arrests were made during a stop and search operation along the Kauranamuda Shinkafi Road, according to a statement issued on Monday by the Acting Assistant Director, Army Public Relations, 1 Brigade Nigerian Army, Gusau, Captain Yusuf Muhammad. The suspects were identified as 20-year-old Lukman Suleiman and 18-year-old Nafiu Isa, both reportedly from Yergaladima, Dansadau district, as well as 60-year-old Adamu Lawali, the driver of the vehicle. The army said troops recovered 1 AK-103-2 rifle, 1 magazine and 30 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition concealed inside a bag of millet in a Golf wagon with registration number BMG 143AA. The army said further investigation indicated that the 2 younger suspects claimed an Alhaji resident in Gusau, whom they identified as their father, had provided money for the purchase of the millet used to conceal the weapon. The chairman of Sabon Birni local government area of Sokoto State, Hashimu Dantudu, has said the security situation in the area is improving significantly following the deployment of armored vehicles procured by the state government. Dantudu stated this in Tamaye village, Sabon Birni local government area, when a state government delegation led by the state APC leader, Senator Aliu Wamaku, visited the community to condole with residents over the death of the local government APC chairman Alhaji Ahmadu Malali. The council chairman said the deployment of the armored vehicles had contributed significantly to reducing attacks and increasing the presence of security personnel in the area. He commended Governor Ahmad Aliu for procuring and deploying the vehicles, describing the initiative as a major boost to ongoing efforts to combat banditry across the state. Now we move on to entertainment news. Nollywood actress and filmmaker Funke Akindele has sparked mixed reactions on social media after sharing a birthday message the same day veteran actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, was buried in Ilaro, Ogun State. Akindele, who marked her birthday on Monday, expressed gratitude to God for another year and prayed for good health, long life, and the grace to continue fulfilling her purpose. She also prayed that her life would have a positive impact on others. Her post, however, attracted criticism from some social media users who questioned the timing of the birthday message amid the burial of Ogugu, who died on Sunday at the age of 66. And now, on sports. UEFA chief Alexander Kafferin says he is not interested in replacing Gianni Infantino, but warned the under-fire FIFA president must quit or face a leadership challenge. Infantino has come under increasing pressure to step down as head of World Football's governing body over his now abandoned plan to secure private investment in FIFA tournaments, including the World Cup. UEFA, which oversees European football, has threatened a boycott of FIFA competitions, with several continental and national federations also withdrawing their support for Infantino. But Kafferin ruled himself out of a bid to take Infantino's place. The 58-year-old Slovenian on Monday telling the Rest is Politics podcast, "I am not interested because of 2 reasons. Kafferin has been vocal in his criticism since Infantino revealed his controversial plans to seek private investment in a company to run FIFA tournaments. Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique has warned his players that they must step outside their comfort zone and continue proving themselves despite their recent success. The warning came after PSG were forced to fight back from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 with Stade Rennais in their opening League One game of the season on Sunday, Reuters reported Monday. PSG, who won the European Super Cup this month but lost the French Super Cup to Racing Lens, struggled in the first half at Rennes, prompting Enrique to make 2 changes at the break. Ousmane Dembele and Kvicha Kvaratskhelia were replaced by Mika Götze and Ferran Torres, with Torres scoring twice to rescue a point for the Parisians. And to end the news, here are some recap of our main stories. KEFAS receives security government house expansion reports. Ndume tells opposition to judge Tinubu on performance, not certificates. And the Inspector General of Police says the Nigerian police force remains committed to its constitutional responsibility. Thank you for staying with us. From me is good night.